Hi guys, this is David, and welcome to another top 10 list, this time a little bit more personal, because rather than talking about games in general, we're going to be talking about my games that I personally own. About a month or so ago, I redid my entire game room, and then I gave a tour, and I had a lot of comments saying, hey David, what kind of games do you own? What's your most rarest or most expensive games that you own? And that's a question that I thought was really good. I never really am one to kind of focus on rare games or expensive games or even look them out. I just kind of buy games that I like. So I went through and I looked at pricecharting.com, which gives prices for all these games, and I scoured my PlayStation 1 collection. We'll be going through PlayStation 1 today and then some other systems later on, and I figured out 10 games that or the 10 games that are the most expensive and rare. So we're going to be going through those today, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Well, beginning our list here at number 10, we have The Legend of Legaia. This is a really nice game. It's a fun game. It kind of combines fighting mechanics with a traditional JRPG. This one, complete in box as such, it's worth $69. Loose, according to PriceCharting.com, it's worth $31. I purchased this one pre-owned for $19.99. My sticker is still on it right here, as you can see. And unfortunately, because it was pre-owned, it does have some kind of scratches on it that you can see as well right there, which is pretty bad. Something interesting, a lot of games back when, even though if they were just like a single disc game, they would come in kind of like these dual case things for two games. And then the first part of it would just be kind of empty, and I guess you can keep your instruction manual there, but then the second half would be, oh, there it is, where the instruction manual and the game itself was. So this one, great game, nice and rare. I really do thoroughly enjoy it. Well, next, going in order of prices at number 9, we have Vagrant Story. Complete in box, this is worth $1 more than Legend of Legaia at $70. If it was loose, it would be worth $32. I remember purchasing this game and thinking that it was going to be fantastic. It was from Square, it was really hyped up, they said it was going to be wonderful. I personally could never get into it, and that's a topic for another video. There's quite a few games that were completely hyped up, they were going to be great. I couldn't get into it for whatever reason though, so I've actually only played maybe 15-20 minutes of this game ever. There we are with our disc, our nice instruction manual. There was something with the battle system. It was just way too complicated. But apparently there's some sort of collector's CD in here, Volume 3. Huh. It says Legend of Mana. Let me see if I can't get this closer to the camera. It says Legend of Mana, Threads of Fate, Chrono Cross, Front Mission 3, Saga Frontier 2, Chocobo's Dungeon 2, and Chocobo Racing. So it's some sort of demo disc that they put in here with Vagrant Story. So that's kind of neat. Anyway, haven't really even touched this game, so this is mint as mint can be. At number 8 on my pile, we have Dragon Warrior 7. The Dragon Warrior series is one of my favorites of all time. I have loved this since I was a little kid on the NES, and this game will take you forever. We're talking like 200-something hours. This game, in complete in box as is worth $75. Loose, only $34. This is one of my favorites, but it is actually kind of, it's bittersweet, because we have our first disc in here, but then we have coming 2002 Dragon Warrior 4 on the back of the instruction manual. Guess what? We never did actually get Dragon Warrior 4. So I guess I had that back there for some reason. I'm not really sure why I had that turned inside out there, but okay. And then there is our second disc. If you want to just put a ton of hours into a game, Dragon Warrior 7 is definitely the game for you. This one is a lot of fun. And now at number 7 we have Breath of Fire 4. Complete in box, this one's worth $88. Loose, only $51. I've been a fan of the Breath of Fire series since the SNES days, but they've always been rare. They've always been really hard to get a hold of, especially Breath of Fire 2. I remember having a real hard time finding that as a child. This is a beautiful little case. I love the artwork. It kind of has some kind of muted, sepia tone artwork. It is great game. Tells the story of Ryu and Fulu. There we are. Shockingly enough, this is one of the few RPGs that didn't come in kind of that dual case. Even though it is a single disc game, I guess Capcom wanted to save the money. So, yeah, pretty decent game. I enjoy it, although it can be kind of boring, but I still loved it as a kid. Well, next up on our list at number 6, we have Lunar, Silver Star Story Complete, worth $115 complete in box, $50 if it's just loose. So I've gone ahead and take the liberty of opening up this cardboard box. Working Designs really went all out back in the day. They would give you this cardboard box right here. You would open it up. It kind of had this little film reel here. It was a 4-disc collector's edition. This thing was just amazing. So I'm going to go through everything that was included in this box right here. You, of course, got there it is, the little game case right there. I'm trying to be extra careful here, and it had all 4 discs. It looked like mine are the Alex editions. I believe that there was other artwork that you could have gotten. There's even a musical soundtrack there with Luna on it. This was very, very nice, and we get to see evil Luna's ass right there, so that's always fantastic. And then we had a hardcover instruction manual as well. It had some interviews with the various developers and stuff. Like, this was just so well done, and it is worth every penny. Next on our list at number 5, we have Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This one is shockingly worth $125 complete in box, $65 loose. As a child, I was a fan of the Castlevania series, playing 1 through 3, and then on the SNES I did play Dracula X, or Castlevania 4, or whatever it was called, I don't remember even. And then I thought, you know what, I'll buy Symphony of the Night. Apparently it has really good reviews and everybody seems to like it. I have never even opened it up. I just bought it. I think I bought it for like $9.99, I believe, back when, and I've never even actually played it. It's one of my greatest shames in gaming, I know, because I was full into RPGs at the time, and I just didn't have time for Symphony of the Night. But here it is, complete in box, with the instruction manual and everything. I was pleasantly surprised at the price of this one, because I didn't even remember that I had it. Now at number 4, we have the Arc the Lad Collection. This one's worth $132 complete in box as such, or only $21 loose. That's a huge price discrepancy right there if I've ever seen one. As a Working Designs title, this one came just packed in just like Lunar, with this beautiful opening right here. It's a 6-disc collector's edition with all 3 Arc the Lads and Arc the Lad Arena. There's a lot of stuff going on here. And I remember reading an article from Victor Ireland saying that pretty much doing this is what bankrupted Working Designs, because Sony didn't want like older RPGs. They wanted them all packed in together, so he did the same thing with like Rolancer and all these other games and everything. I mean, I really do appreciate him, but don't bankrupt your company doing it. Come on now. So it came with these games all right here in this case. Let's take a look at this. We have, what is this? This is the Monster Tournament disc, and then it has like a leaf coming out with even more Arc the Lads. We have Arc the Lad and then Arc the Lad 2 right here. Like, it keeps on going. Here we have Arc the Lad 3, and apparently Arc the Lad 3 is 2 discs. Personally, I played Arc the Lad 1, 2, and 3. I never did play the Monster Arena game, and I beat 1 and 2. I never did beat 3. There was some sort of guild system, and it just bothered me. It comes with a hardcover manual, just like the Lunar games, so that's very beautiful, very nice. And then it even came with this Omake box, which has like extra stuff. Which has like extra stuff in it, which I haven't really even touched. Memory card covers. It has these little, I think that they were like little tiny. What were they? Yeah, they were like little thumb protectors or something, and you put them over the oh, what are those things called? The little directional pad things on the controller. So there was a lot of stuff going on here with this box, but it is just fantastic, and all my stuff is flying everywhere. Let's move on. At number 3, we have Lunar 2, Eternal Blue, and we're really jumping up in prices now. It is worth $170 complete in box, or only $55 loose. So it really does behoove you to keep these things in their boxes. Who knew? But just as the other Lunar game that we saw, and Arc the Lad Collection, absolutely beautiful box right here. It's gorgeous. This is a 5-disc collector's edition, it says. This thing is just fantastic. Here we have the game case right there. Some glare on my window as well. There's the first 2 discs, one with Hero, one with Lucia. Very nice. It's kind of leaf of a disc. Oh, and then this. This is the worst. This is one of my greatest regrets in gaming. This disc right here. My collection would not be worth as much because this disc is cracked. It is broken. As a child, I remember I had my PlayStation up on a bureau. I probably can't. There it is. There's that crack. Yeah, so this disc just no longer works. See that crack right there? I had this disc up on a bureau, and then I had my weights underneath. I had some dumbbells underneath, and the disc fell off the bureau, and it hit the dumbbell, and it shattered like that, and I was absolutely devastated because I would work out while I played Lunar. Like during every battle, I would do some curls or something, and absolutely devastated. I've held on to it this entire time, but I haven't been able to play it all the way through ever since that. I've played it all the way through twice, but ever since that time as a child, I was never actually able to go back and play through it again, unfortunately. We have our hardbound manual here with the little ribbons. I love it. We also have another Omake box right here. Beautiful artwork with Lucia and Hero. There is Lucia's pendant, and then these little like standees that you would do. Let me show you Lucia's pendant. I remember walking around the mall and there was this kid with Lucia's pendant on, and I'm like, really? Somebody else plays Lunar 2 in Ackworth, Georgia? That's a thing? But yeah, he walked around the mall with this pendant on. I was kind of surprised, but there it is. I still have it in its little cloth container there. So yeah, and that's not it that came with Lunar 2. Like, Working Designs is the gift that keeps on giving, let me tell you. This company, ugh, I wish it was still in business. Here, it looks like we have a little, what is this? Yeah, this is the soundtrack. So, yeah, very, very nice. A beautiful collection, worth every penny, I must say. Mine, though, is not worth as much because of the cracked disc, but I can only do what price charting does, so yeah, it is what it is. We get a little sneak peek into my personal collection. That's what this video is all about. And now, next at number 2, we have Suikoden 2, which is worth $178 loose and $340 complete in box. If this was complete in box, this would be number 1, but unfortunately my copy is loose. I purchased this pre-owned. I remember I had to drive over, I want to say 60 miles to find it in South Georgia. And all I was able to get it was pre-owned, and it just came in like one of those little yellow sleeves, and I had to go and purchase one of these, just a very generic CD jewel case to keep it. It didn't come with any kind of instruction manual, nothing else, just the game. But I was desperate, and I want to say I paid $69.99 for this copy of Suikoden 2. It has appreciated in value, even though it is loose, but it is one of my greatest regrets that I was not able to actually find this complete in box, unfortunately. But that's number 2, and now for number 1. Well, here it is. Valkyrie Profile from Enix. This one is worth $307 complete in box. Loose, it's still worth $141. So yeah, this game has aged like fine wine. Apparently, I purchased it for $59.99. The label is so faded right there. But yeah, this one is worth, this one is a really good game. It's a side scroller, kind of like a turn-based, kind of action-y battle system. Everything is beautiful. There's no cracked discs here or anything else like that. 2 discs, fantastic game. And I don't know if it's worth $300, but it is definitely worth a playthrough or two. Down, after looking at my collection, I do also want to talk about some regrets. I went through some hard times in my early 20s where I had to kind of downsize and sell bits and pieces of my collection just to make do. Some regrets would be selling the box and the instruction manual to Xenogears. I kept the games themselves, but I sold the box and instruction manual for whatever reason. But you know, sometimes whenever you need money, you need money. Other games that I sold were Persona 1 and 2. I sold them because I quite frankly did not like them. Games that I did like that I sold and was never able to get back were Tales of Destiny 1 and 2. So looking through my collection, it is with kind of a heavy heart that I don't have those games anymore, but you know, everybody goes through tough times, and I went through a pretty tough time myself back when, about 20 years ago, where I just had to do what I had to do to get by. But yeah, I still have these great games. They are fantastic, and hope that you guys enjoyed just going through some of my most rare, expensive, and valuable games in my collection that I still do have. This has been David. If you guys like this, let me know in the comments, and we can start doing PlayStation 2 editions and all that kind of good stuff. And have a good day.